As you've seen in the other videos, it's necessary to clean these systems, and that could take a few gallons of solvent. And so it only makes sense to use these machines where you're on a certain scale. Typically, we think that the economic case for a system like this is when you're filtering at least a 25-gallon batch. Preferably, it's more than 25 gallons per day, but we think that a minimum you should be filtering about 25 gallons per batch. And we have described previously on how we can isolate just one housing so you can reduce the batch size. And that's the same in the 2 and the 4 and the 8-inch systems. But generally, on a 2.5-inch housing, we recommend 25 gallons as a minimum batch. Now on the 4-inch versions, we typically would expect somewhere around 75 gallons as a minimum batch. And when you move up to the 8-inch housings, it probably makes sense if you're somewhere around 250 gallons, especially because of the cost of the systems, and they do take up more solution. But it wouldn't make sense. You would obviously want to go for a smaller machine if your batches were so small. That being said, these machines can do a lot, right? They can do from 30 gallons. Currently, they can do 30 gallons per hour of winterization on average, and somewhere between 90 to 120 gallons per hour of solvent recovery on average, depending on the solvent. So of course, if you had a couple hundred gallons, this machine would be more than enough for you, especially if you ran it 8 hours a day or something like that.